What's up, everybody? I just wanted to do a little bit of a public service announcement here because I realize that everybody is at a different spot in their journey, and that some of the stuff that I present could leave somebody, at least if not spiritually confused, then in a spiritually dark place. And I really don't want that. I debated with myself for years before ever speaking about this stuff publicly. Now, I use all kinds of different sources when presenting my material, but I wanted to give you guys a source here that just uses the Bible. This guy is a Bible teacher that has basically came to the same conclusions as myself on things, and he's the kind of guy that says, okay, look at 2 Corinthians 3:14 and it says this, and that contradicts this from the Old Testament, where I am not Bible verse quoter guy. I've read a lot of it, but I don't sit there and memorize what verse says what. So I do have this playlist set up, Yahweh the True God, question mark, and his videos it's the first and the last in there. And you might start with the last one on this playlist. I'll try to link it in the description and in the comments, but sometimes those tend to disappear where I know this playlist will stay there. But the last video on that playlist as of right now is the video he released yesterday. And he tells part of his story, and I think he was probably a Bible teacher, but he says that he was reading the Old Testament and started reading about all of these horrific things that are on your screen right here. This is all in the Old Testament. And he got mad, threw his Bible down, and said, God, how could you do things like this? How could you possibly be that cruel? And he said God started answering him and saying, well, I didn't, and I'm not. So then he started going through what Jesus taught and how it contradicted the Old Testament and what Yahweh did, and now he talks about it publicly on YouTube. I'm kind of bad about making a big statement and then just moving right along, but he takes the time to stop and explain in detail on everything and walk people through everything. So I just wanted to tell everybody, if I've left anybody out there in a bad place, then go watch this guy, because I've seen numerous people in the last few years all of a sudden come to the same conclusions and just be like, well, wait a minute, this can't be right. I even saw that BP Earthwatch has come to the conclusion that there's more than one God in the Old Testament. I'm not sure exactly where he stands on things, but in my opinion, I think there are a lot of people that the veil is being lifted from their eyes, like it says in, this is 2 Corinthians 3:14, but their minds were made dull, for to this day the same veil remains when the old covenant is read. It has not been removed, because only in Christ is it taken away. Even to this day, when Moses is read, a veil covers their hearts. But whenever anyone turns to the Lord, the veil is taken away. So it has honestly never been my intention to disrupt anyone's relationship with Jesus Christ. I might be completely delusional, but in my mind, I think I'm helping people to see the truth. So I just thought I'd make a quick video for anyone who might need a little comforting if I've made them think about uncomfortable things. Go check out the Good God channel, and he's got a lot of videos discussing all of this in detail. Static out.